And good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Verna Lalbeharie, and I'm the Executive Director for the EdTech Hub. And I have to say, it's been an honor and a privilege to engage alongside both Greece and Singapore in working on Track 4, on this action track. So, Mr. Wong, I do want to underscore one thing that you said that is beyond my talking points, but I think is really important to share, and that there is no piece of technology that will replace the art of teaching. So keeping that front and center, I think, is really important. So to actualize the principles outlined by my colleague, our discussion paper puts forth 3 recommendations. And one very important overarching, or what we call a cross-cutting recommendation, recognizing again that fostering digital transformation really requires education systems to undergo rapid and significant change. The initiatives under this track move us beyond current practices and emphasize enhanced education outcomes for all children. With this in mind, the undergirding all our recommendations is a commitment to assuring the digital well-being, safety, rights of learners and educators. While enhancing knowledge of how technology can best support learning, we need to ensure that throughout the process, the well-being, safety, and rights of learners and educators are not jeopardized. This entails, of course, putting in place a variety of policies, programmatic, and processes to ensure that learners and educators are protected. Examples include establishing robust privacy guarantees, developing and enforcing regulations that help and assure that digital spaces are safe, and very importantly, making sure that we train our learners and educators so that they too can be responsible consumers of digital content and engage in the wider digital space more safely. As a guiding ethic, online safety, privacy, mental health must be addressed in parallel to digital integration and not as an afterthought. So I'm going to move then into recommendation 1, which is ensuring connectivity and digital learning opportunities for all. A key benefit of digital learning is that it has the potential to support anytime, anywhere access to education for learners, teachers, and families. However, for this to occur, as you all know, many education stakeholders still require support to access connectivity and digital learning opportunities. So we must begin to move towards ubiquitous connectivity, ideally with an internet connection that is universally available, both at school and at home. This will open greater possibilities for education and really facilitate both formal and informal learning opportunities. It will also generate data that can then lead to evidence-based decision-making at scale, at a system level, which is really important to move the needle on student learning. In order to achieve this goal, countries should define what meaningful digital connectivity for education looks like and means in their context. So it should be content-specific, setting those contextualized targets, accompanied, of course, by very important implementation plans. Action. How do we bring these targets to life? It is crucial that financing for connectivity does not displace already limited and much needed education spending by governments and/or donors. Our second recommendation is to build and maintain robust, free, public digital learning content and platforms. Authentic access to high-quality education content can be transformative and requires 2 very interrelated pieces to be available and accessible by both educators and students. One is the content itself, so robust, rigorous, high-quality digital content. And 2 are the platforms that make this content accessible and, very importantly, easy to use. When developing high-quality content, governments and providers should ensure that materials are curriculum-aligned, are interoperable and not tied to one specific platform, are freely available and affordable, and very important, are differentiated, including for those students with disabilities. Likewise, I mentioned the platforms are really important as well, and having some foundational standards that all should adhere to are really critical. Standards include things like being user-friendly, being intuitive, building on existing digital infrastructure, and being accessible on a wide variety of devices, especially mobile phones. And of course, being optimized for both online and offline learning. The development of both these elements will help facilitate better access to digital resources for all educators and children. Finally, recommendation 3 is to focus on how technology can enhance learning by enabling evidence-based educational practices at scale. We already know a lot about what good teaching and learning looks like and how to support high-quality learning. Digital learning investments have the potential to amplify these good practices. Tech-enabled initiatives that have the most potential to support high-quality learning are those that align with robust evidence base and effective learning strategies and pedagogy. So examples include mother tongue instruction, teacher coaching, formative assessment, structured pedagogy, and of course, teacher reflection. At the same time, digital learning can also facilitate instructional approaches that are not possible without technology. This is particularly the case for the most marginalized learners. Ensuring digital learning is designed to promote inclusion of all learners, including refugees and those forcibly displaced. Learners with disabilities and women are a key part of empowering learners through the use of technology. Finally, and where I started again, is the importance of the classroom teacher. The systematic capacity development of education personnel at multiple levels must be core to digital learning and is key to ensuring that digital learning will have meaningful and sustainable impact on learning outcomes. Thank you so much for your time today.